As you can probably hear, the UK is currently being battered by Storm Claudia, and as I've said many times, this week I'm on holiday, so my recording schedule has gone to pot. Nonetheless, I wanted to record this video. By the time it goes out, I will have been out for the evening to the theatre to watch the brilliant comedy actor Matt Holness play his character Garth Marenghi, the spoof horror writer. This video is completely improvised. It could be terrible. I could also be killed by a falling tree. Today I was scrolling through TikTok, and this one TikTok made me pause and watch again and again and then download for the use of a video. Because when it comes to dating, I've been out of the game for a long time. Mrs. Disgruntled and I have lived together for 15 years. We've been married for 11. Nonetheless, I'm aware of dating trends. I've never used Tinder myself. When the wife and I got together, online dating was just becoming a thing. But I know that people have their preferences, and some people, in particular women, are getting more and more picky. Now, when it comes to a fling or a one-night stand, men aren't particularly picky. We will fuck anything. I've had a few relationships with single mothers, by which I mean I went back to their place and left in the early hours of the morning without leaving my phone number. And there's nothing wrong with having stepchildren or being part of a blended family. It's just not for me. When the wife first moved in, she asked, well, what would have happened if I had a child? And I said, well, you wouldn't be living here. And I don't want to sound shallow, but I don't want my own children, so I definitely wouldn't want to raise somebody else's. Fuck me. But I've noticed that many women in particular seem very entitled on who they would choose to be with. And one of the weirdest things is how many women say they wouldn't date a man under 6 feet tall. Now, I'm 5'11", and for that I'm eternally grateful, because it keeps me out of the crosshairs of those mad harpies. There's a reason I've never worn a stacked shoe, so I never hit 6 feet tall. That being said, if I was 6 feet tall, for most of those women, if I said, actually I'm 5'12", I'm sure they'd leave me alone. So be ready for this TikTok, where a 26-year-old woman is listing her dating requirements.
These are the requirements that you need to have in order to date me, a single mom of 3 kids. Number 1 is that you need to be making at least $130K a year. And you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my fucking league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? Second is I don't date men that are younger than me because for obvious reasons. So if you are 26 and over, then you qualify. 26 to 35 is the age limit. Okay, I feel like 35 is pushing it because they look old as fuck already. So I'm 26, I'm a baby, so yeah. You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. So I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you, I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're going to be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. You have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room. So you have to be considerate. Purchase a house that has 6 rooms because that's only common sense. And if you cannot meet those requirements, then you're not the fucking one. The last requirement is that it has to be pink. If it's not pink, no. Pink and brown go together. Pink and brown, like what? Duvalin, you know?
Now, I am improvising this video, so it might be shit. So I've seen that TikTok 4 or 5 times, so I'm working from memory. But to date a 26-year-old mother of 3, ooh, tempting. And I notice she doesn't mention how many fathers are involved with her 3 children. I bet they've all got different surnames. First requirement is you must be earning $130,000 a year. That's £99,770. So I'll round that up to 100 grand a year. The percentage of people in the UK earning that amount of money is 4% of the population. Now, I know it won't be half and half, but let's say it's 2% of the population are male. That 2%, how many of those rich men roaring around in their Mercedes and Ferraris are thinking, what I'd like to do is settle down with a foul-mouthed woman who can't keep her legs together. Not only that, she won't date a man over the age of 35. How many men under the age of 35 are earning that fucking money? Next up, not only does he have to be earning $130,000 a year, but he needs to have 2 side hustles. If you're earning that much money, why do you need 2 extra jobs? If you're clearing that much money a year, you don't need a Saturday market stall and a fucking paper round. Next, he's got to own 3 cars, one of which must be an 8-seater SUV for her and her children. Is your maths a bit shit, love? If you've got your new boyfriend, you, and 3 kids, that's 5 seats. An average family hatchback. But no, she needs more space for all the crap they bring with them. I'm guessing it's mostly emotional baggage. Then must own his own property and be in the process of buying a second, and the first property must have 6 rooms for her 3 kids. If those 3 little bastards get 1 room between the 3 of them, they should be fucking grateful for it, because their mother definitely isn't providing. So let's be realistic here. I definitely am no catch. I'm not overly athletic. If I were a car, it would say requires attention. But I wouldn't date her. At my age now, 47 years old, I would turn that down. It's too much hassle. What man is she hoping to attract? If she's looking for a man under the age of 35, he'll have the same shit as she's got going on. He'll have loads of kids and loads of emotional turmoil. You're single for a reason, love. I'm guessing in the past you've dated a load of worthless arseholes who've knocked you up and then fucked off. But you value yourself way higher than you actually are, and that's not saying you're not a good person. But it means the man you want to attract simply won't be interested. Her best bet is to look for a man a few years older than me, who's probably morbidly obese and hasn't had any in years. Then she might get to settle down, a man who simply has given up on life, but he hasn't given up on his bank balance. And I hope I haven't come across as sexist, because I'm sure there are men who do the same sort of thing. It's just I haven't seen it on social media. Anyway, I need to get home now before my house turns up in fucking Kansas. So, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you can leave a like, a comment, or share the video, that helps the algorithm. If you'd like to support me in making these videos and possibly rebuilding my house, there are links in the description to buy me a coffee and to my Patreon. And as ever, thanks for watching. And now the wind dies down. So, when it comes to dating, I've been out of the game for a very long time. And fuck me, that tree's going. He has to own 3 cars, one of which has to be an SUV. So why is he has to own 3 cars, one of which must be a 7-seat SUV. Why has this single man bought himself a large family car? In the anticipation that it'll meet some emotionally unstable single mother. I've used the word emotionally a lot in this video.